Hello, old school RuneScape fans. It is your friend John McGarrett's back with another video. In today's video, I was going to start a little money making series for free to play players and how I would get to, I don't know, 100 mil, 1 bill, whatever. I'm just going to start from scratch and on fresh accounts, multi accounts, and then I'm going to do various money makers and showcase them and how you can scale them up playing on multiple accounts to give kind of ideas for newer players. Maybe this is kind of an experimental series, so if it doesn't really get a lot of traction or do pretty well, I might just stop. But I do need to rebuild my bank, and I figured I should just do it from scratch so that a newer player can follow in my footsteps. So right now I have 9 accounts ready to go. They got random junk on them, so the first thing I'm going to do on this account is get all my random junk and then get that stuff sold. So then I don't know if you can really see this now. So I sold all my junk, and it seems like about 3,000 gold on each account. So I don't really have anything to trade, because the first thing I'm going to want to go for is trading. Like, just trading, just put some trades in, then get off and go about my day. But since I don't have any real money to do that, I could do that. I could go, because it looks like let's say like 3,300 divided by, I'd just go for fire runes, and then I'd be able to get 825 units. I'd probably be able to get that in like, I'd have to check a few times today to get that, and then I'd be able to put that back in so that I would put it back in for 5, and it would take a few minutes to sell, because fire runes usually sell, especially in that low amount of time. So that it would be like plus 330 or this much, and then I'd have that, and then I could just divide that by 4 and then get 1,000 runes, and then, you know, that would scale up from there. But that's not very good content. I need a little bit more money. I just want a little bit more money just to see a little bit more of my, just to exponentially gain it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, what I looked up was jugs. I see jugs are very popular for the for free to play, and I'm just going to buy 10 to see if they buy. And they are selling for 2, because the active price, the GE price said 1, so 2 seems to be good enough. So that I have a hotkey from a tool called Flipping Utilities. You can get this yourself and set it so that, like, you can press a button. It's Flipping Utilities. It's a RuneLite plugin, and then there's like hotkeys. Like, one of them is you can map a key to be all of your cash stack that you're holding in the in your inventory. So it's pretty useful there. Yeah, so I'm gonna just buy jugs on all accounts. And when you do multi-accounts, this is going to be kind of a tutorial how to play multi-accounts. Maybe this series will be something like that too. Like it'll be a multi-layered series. I just want this to be an educational series. When you play on multiple accounts, you want to try to like fight your instinct to do one completed series at a time. You want to go and do one step at a time, because if you do that, you're going to see more realized gains over a longer period of time, because you'll be taking advantage of the ticks. The tick manipulation. It's not really manipulation, but there's slight tick idle time in between every action that you commit on the RuneScape. So right. So okay. Now that we got that said, I'm just gonna go get jugs on everybody here. It looks like there's gonna be a lot of jugs. Anyway, I don't know if I really want to commit this much time. Maybe I'll do it while I'm working on another video. Maybe that'd be nice. Oh yeah, maybe RuneScape is good for that. Yeah, right. So I mean, like the reason why I'm going to be doing content like this, and I'm going to be going for trading, and then maybe do like a daily money making exploration on, like, okay, is this better with 9 accounts, or is it even worth your time? Stuff like that. I don't know. This is kind of an experimental series, but I have to make 5 pieces of content a day. I don't know if anybody is watching my channel every day. I'm trying to make 5 pieces of content every day, and like, it's tough. It's a tough boat to be in, but that's not your fault. It doesn't mean that's not an excuse for you to watch my stuff or anything like that. It's just I'm limited to the amount of content I can make. So that's why I'm going to opt towards trading anyway, because I have a lot of other stuff to do. But then I just realized that I can also create content while I'm passively playing on this, and then show you guys daily updates or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So we got ourselves about 1,500. This one's got 600 because he didn't have a lot of junk on him. But we got, oh, this guy didn't even buy all the jugs. Why does you? Am I a silly Sally? What did I do wrong here? So this guy, for some reason, has a little bit more money than the rest of the accounts. So he's got about 2,000 here. And then we got to get ourselves over to Varrock. Or I looked up the closest water jug filling place, and that would be Falador. So we're going to account bus over there, because I don't have the magic level to teleport. So this would be, you know, one tutorial. Like, if you are playing on an account, multi-accounts, there's a tactic called account busing. And obviously, instead of like having them all walk over there one at a time, you would just have them follow one account and then walk over there so that your one click is turning into 9 actions. Is that, if that makes sense, if you can see the utility there. So now that I got them all running behind me, you want to set the followers to run, right? So we're all on run here so that I can turn this guy on and off and then walk and run depending on, you know, follow leader or whatever. Right. So, you know, you get running, you just make sure you don't get stuck on obstacles. So like if you get run into a lot of trees, go back to walking again, just make sure you go around the hooks. And this is how you effectively count bus and then get everybody to move at the same time. And then this is a major idle time. You can save, you can be a lot more productive doing 9 accounts, like doing activities like this. So like for instance, one commenter I had in another video said that like a very good way to utilize idle time is questing. And yes, very much so, because there's a lot of walking in questing activities. So if you're questing one account, it would be very advantageous for you to have an AFK moneymaker on the side to utilize that idle time and be a lot more productive. All right. Anyway, yep. So I'll see you there when I get to Varrock. All right. So I'm here at Varrock, or sorry, Falador. Falador never eats. Talking about West Bank. There's a water pump over here. I don't know if you can really see that. You probably can't. I wonder if it'll stretch it. Oh, I can stretch it just by doing resizable classic layout, and maybe it'll be readable. All right. So we got. We're in Falador West, and there's a water pump over here, and we are at the bank here. And then essentially what we're going to do is deposit. Maybe you people have seen this before, but then you're going to deposit your jugs, and you're going to click them all, and then we're going to use a jug on the water pump. Maybe I can mark the tile. Whatever. It don't matter. You fill the jug. Okay, so he's filling the entire inventory. Okay, yeah. So that's idle time I'm going to be able to utilize and take advantage of. And I got the jugs for 2, and it says 33, but we're going to say 30, so we're going to say 28 profit per jug. So we're going to make 28 times 27 just to lowball it. So we should be making 756 GP per inventory per account, I believe. Right, I think so, something like that. About 800 inventory. So then I'll do a little time trial run at 9 accounts, or I'll do 1, and then we'll do 1 cycle on 1 account, and then 1 cycle on 9 accounts, and then we'll just kind of do the math real quick in Paint so we can see the numbers, and then I will come back to this after I completed all of the jugs that I want to do, and then put in the trade. Or show you guys my trading, what I'm going to do for overnight, and then we'll use that to start off the next episode. So okay, so now we're at one account, and to start a cycle, I'm going to start here at the bank, and we're going to get the clock reset, and we're going to just start the clock. The first little optimization that I would do here is setting the bank up for putting bank slots into the bank so that the jug would be a little bit closer to the right side of the bank so that you can have shorter clicks, better accuracy, easier actions here. It's so hard to see like where it's at. All right, so he's done. Yep, sorry about that. I'll just put that back, grab another one, and then call that a day. So 37 seconds for the time trial. So let me just write that down real quick, and I'm just going to run another one just so we can get a decent average, just in case I didn't stop that fast enough. So we got 37 seconds. And if I'm going too slow and I need to move stuff along, I'd appreciate it if you guys would comment below, like the people that do end up watching this stuff. Like I'm not getting really any feedback except for from like one person, but I would really like some feedback so I could make better content for the viewer. Anyway, so yeah, we're back, and we're just gonna restart the cycle, and then I'm just gonna start it. And then while I have the idle time going, oops, I screwed up. Misclick. And then we're just going to look at the jug here. This seems like a pretty decent moneymaker for free-to-play. Like, the ease of access. Low barrier entry. No. Okay, so we're done here. And we'll say 36 seconds again. Yep. So 36 seconds seems good. Then let us set up a 9 banger. Oops, no, I do not want to exit here, sorry. Can't find the corner. Whoopsies. All right, so here we go. We're set up. I got the jugs in the bank. Whoops, except for this guy. So while I'm putting him away, I just want to make a couple points here. When you're doing like a multi-account, you want to set them up as equally as possible. You don't want like the cameras like all over the place and stuff like that. And I know it's hard to control for that sometimes, but if you can, when you're about to start a multi-account run, you want to make sure everything is as equal as possible so that your brain doesn't have to think when it's moving from task to task. Okay, so that being said, the other thing I will say is that like an activity like this, you are better off not account blessing, not having your accounts follow each other, because you don't need to. It's within one frame. You know what I mean? It's in one frame, so you can just click over here on this guy here, or you can like right click and then, or whatever. Just like to click over there and then just do them one step at a time and just take your time, because once you get started, that's the hard part. But as you multi-skate, you're going to enter flow state. When you enter flow state, it's going to feel like none of this is like actually any work. So that's when the efficiency may be kind of a little bit. You might have a lot of diminishing returns in the beginning, but as you enter flow state, you'll peak and hit that high level, that Goldilocks zone of efficiency, and then from there, then you'll have more diminishing returns, and then you'll start to fall off. But still, it'll get easier if you just start slow and don't make mistakes and don't get frustrated. So that being said, let's just run this real quick. I'll do maybe 1 or 2 cycles. We'll see what happens. So we'll just start the clock and get going. Oh, yes. Please don't. I fall into this trap a lot, but don't spam click when you're going from account to account. Like, you want to like multi-click a lot when you're playing on one account because you're waiting for your account to go through, but you don't really want to get in the habit of doing that, because if you click a lot, then you increase the likelihood of misclicking and having to do more. So now we're here. And then while he's filling that up, and I forgot to see like that. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, we'll just take that into account here, and hopefully speed up. And this guy's probably done. So click in the bank to make it easier on myself. Oh my gosh, I just stopped him early. This is a big fail. It's embarrassing to show you guys this, but it's also nice to show you guys this, that you can still recover. Let's just do 2 cycles in one run, just to see if I can bring the time down a little bit by being a little bit more consistent this time. See that? Yeah, that's what happens when you spam click when you're nervous. Alright, so I'm going to look this time and visually check everybody. And then I think I could just click the water icon and then get them close enough that while I'm waiting for them to run over, I can utilize that idle time by telling the next guy to run. It's nice that I don't have to actually press spacebar after I do the action, so you can just click on the pump. That's why another reason why I like this little activity. I've never done this in a multi-account yet. You can just click on the pump and then just move to the next character without really worrying about waiting for the next step, that little micro step. So that I can come back here, I can see I got him here. Okay, so now he's done. So I know he's done. And I just saw him finish. And now I see I'm getting ahead, so I can maybe get a click. Let these guys catch up a little bit. Those look good. Those look good. Those look good. Those look good. So we just gotta get them to the bank. Like I said, there's a lot of diminishing returns going to be here, so you're not going to see a 9x in efficiency here, but you are going to get more than 100%. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of multi-scaping. 3 minutes and 4 seconds, we'll call that. That looks good. All right, so. Three minutes 4, so it's 184. Okay, 184. Let's open this paint up. Oopsies. All right, so we got 28 and 36 seconds. Okay, then we're just gonna go 56 times 9 equals, I don't know that off the top of my head. Like 560 take away 56 would be 504. Okay, yep, cool. 504 in 184. So then there's 3,600 seconds in an hour. We're just going to see jugs per hour. So we got 36 and then 184. 3,600. 100 revolution. Oh, duh. Right. Duh. I'm losing my mouse here. Okay, so we got 100 cycles of 28. And then we're going to do 3,600 divided by 184. 19.56, blah, 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 blah. And then we're just going to multiply that by our... Wait a minute. 504, right? Yeah. 56 times 9 is 504 units, and we got that in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Right. So 19.56, etc. times 504. 9860. And then we got 2,800 versus so this is one account, 9 accounts. Now I'm sure maybe the jug, like the numbers aren't perfect, but we're kind of getting a perspective here, so that if we take the 9,860 divided by 9, just so I can show the inefficiency. So like 1095 per account. 1095 per account. And if I divide that by the total units that one account can get, so divide that by 2,800, we'll get an efficiency percentage, which is 39.126, and you get that by multiply it by 100, and then we'll have 39.1%. So each account with 9 is 39% efficiency. Overall equipment efficiency. That's what you'd say in manufacturing. So yeah, each account at 9. And the efficiency, if you did less accounts, would be a lot higher. So like if I did like 8 or 7 or 6 or 5 or 4, the base efficiency per account is going to be a lot higher. But that's not super important here. 9 times 39% is still 350. So like that's where we're starting to see the gains, though. Like the efficiency, if you're really worried about efficiency and being the most optimal with your effort, then you would like probably test. The next test would be 4 accounts, and then how efficient would it be then, and then you get your new percentage, and you kind of do that over and over again. There's like effort and how much units are you actually getting back? How efficient is it? Like, is it worth the effort and stuff like that? Whatever. I mean, if you played on 4 accounts, you might be able to get them to like 70. So 4 times 70. That's pretty close, or even 70 or 85%. If you can play 4 accounts at 85%, you're going to be better than playing 9. If that makes sense? Sorry, I'm kind of jumbling here, but yeah. So that being said, I'm going to get all these jugs and then do the next segment when I'm going to do the next segment at the market and show you what I'm going to trade for the overnight for tomorrow's video. All right, so here we are at the Great Exchange, and essentially I only did about 1,000 on each account because I ran out on this guy down here. But that should be enough money to get me really started. So I'm just going to quickly sell all of my jugs and get some cash. I was looking up a little bit of the market, a little bit of the high volume trades that I was going to go into, and I saw that there is a supply shock to the fire rune right now. So as you can see here, a supply shock indicates that the demand is going to be higher than the supply. And then you'll see huge surges in prices fluctuations. Now, why this is important is that for the item like the fire rune, which is doing 493 million volume today, it's anywhere from like 250 to 500 million a day that I've seen over a long period of time. And if you see a splurge like this, that means there is shocks to the supply. So as we can see here over the last 30 days, we've been a solid 4 or 5, right? Or maybe a year. You can see that there was a moment here where a lot of money could have been made for people who are holding a large supply here. You could have been turning over a lot of ROI. These supply shocks, they're good. They're good for making money, but they're also very dangerous. The reason why we go for high volume, low margins, is because we're looking for solid margins. We're looking for very consistent margins. And as you can see here, you get it for 4, you can sell it for 5. You get it for 4, you can sell it for 5. We see a lot of points on the high and the low end. But we're seeing 6s here, so it's kind of telling me that I want to maybe go get some rune packs with my extra cash, which I'm going to do of fire runes because I'll be able to turn them over maybe in just today. I don't want to spend too much time. I've done it like it was about an hour getting all of these. I worked on another video to utilize time there, but let's see. I'm going to get them for 31. That's pretty good. Or let's see, 33. Whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. We just want the cash. We got more than 2 GP here, so it was pretty good. So we got a little bit of cash here to work with now. I was debating what I should do because I want to put in money for overnights, but I want a little bit more of a cash stack because I feel like 30K, I'll be able to get that overnight. So I want to better utilize my money before I go to bed, or stop playing RuneScape or whatever. So I was wondering what I should do, and one of the ideas I had was to go get like hammers or something from the general store, just buy out like tinder boxes and stuff, because those are extremely good margins. Those are a lot better like profit, like you get more GP back per input. It's just sometimes it takes a little bit longer for those to sell. But if I got like a couple hundred on each of the accounts, it would be probably advantageous for me to do that and then leave them overnight, like a few inventories of those types of items that take a little bit longer to sell for overnights. So like, I do a couple, maybe 20, 30 hammers or something like that. Then overnight, tinder boxes, all those random things from the general store, we're gonna make a pretty good return. But for right now, I'm just gonna go get fire runes, and I'm going to pitch those back into the GE because there is the supply shock. So I feel like potential supply shock incoming. So I feel like that the 5, there's like not a very high supply. So I feel like the 5 is going to sell really fast. If it sells really fast, I'll do that for a few inventories and see how much money I can do maybe in the next half an hour. I don't want, like I said, I got to make a lot of content a day, so I don't really want to be stuck too much on this. But I do want to like explore different options and really whatever, just to kind of show. I'm going to build my bank back up, and I think it'd be kind of fun to hit like certain milestones and then just give it away and then just start over again. I think that'll make it fun for me. I can make people's day, and then so fire's getting bought out here, which I don't really care. The only thing it's going to kind of suck now is that we're all in one world, so I'm going to have to world hop, and that's really annoying because we got a lot of lag here. So let's go. You can switch. Maybe this wasn't. Oh, wait. Can't I sort by? Yes, I can. So we'll do that. You go to 16. Oopsies, wrong button. You can go there. Yeah. So I'm going to buy out the stores, get my fire runes, whatever, and then I'll see you back in the GE. All right, so I put the offers in, and as you can see, this might have not been the best time to go get some because I went to each world, and there's like 2 or 3 different like botters or other free-to-players just like camp in the stores, so I couldn't really get them for a very good price. So my profit, and I messed up too. I was like buying the 50 at a time from the store, and I accidentally went too far and then like lost a little bit of money buying them for 6. So I might have some discrepancies in profit here. But like this guy, that's about 5,000. Let's see, what did I get here? 32, so that's about 3K. 35. So it's about 3K. Looks like I'm getting about 3K per account. Yeah, this was 4K. No, it's about 3K. That was a little bit more. Nope, about 3K. Yeah, I mean, it was a quick 3K. You know what I mean? It took me like 5 minutes, not a big deal. So, you know, 3 times 9, 27K in about 5-10 minutes. I mean, it was still super inefficient. I could have done that a lot better. But it does sell pretty quickly. I guess this is a good way to show you guys that it does buy very quickly. So the last thing I'm probably going to do is I'm going to put in Fire Rune. And I'm going to put them in for... I'm going to spend half my cash stack. Oops. I have a button for half my cash stack. So... do I go for half? Half that, yeah. This may not work the best. Oops, wrong button. All right, I'm gonna put in for half my cash stack. Oopsies, that's full stack. And then I'm gonna kind of YOLO a little bit with the other one. Another video I made was about a hot tip that I had, and that was going for pure essence. But then, yeah, so P space E I think works. No, it's E. That's what it is. Okay, so P. There's a little technique I use to like instead of having to, because when you do this on 500 accounts, you try to look for every tiny little optimization. So if you do E space E, then pure essence should pop up. And if you could see before, I was doing RE space for Fire Rune. Just trying to figure out the correct keystrokes to say them as good as possible. So, okay, so I want to do that, and I want to just, like, take away, let's say, like, 15, or what is it, 17, 500. I just want to have a tiny little bit of cash on me. Because as you can see in my inventory, I want to go buy some, like, chisels and stuff to sit overnight. And that might be my last 18,956. So I'll do 18. Oops, sorry, 18,900. And then I'll just do that with 550. And then tomorrow I'll try to sell my pure essence on the all bulks channel to see if I could get somebody to throw me a bone. They probably won't. Honestly, tomorrow, I don't think they will. This is going to be a huge gamble because they usually deal with like bulk. Like this isn't going to be bulk to them. Bulk to them is like you need 1 mil stack at least. And like I fear my cash stack is too, or my pure essence stack is going to be too small for them to really even take me seriously. So I might have to give a discount just for them to take me seriously, you know what I mean? But if even I could sell it, so like for instance here, the logic behind the pure essence is that, you know, even if I sell it for 1.2, 2 divided by 1 is still 1/5, so that's still a 20% ROI. So it's still even going to be the same ROI as a Fire Rune. But I've been getting sales, people have been hitting me up for 1.6. So that means they're doing like 1.4 to 1.6 I've been able to get sales doing. So it's like actually really strong ROI. It's just, it's a scary one to play with because a lot of like, if at any moment, like the price can tank. But I guess since it can't go below 1, it's a safe investment at the same time. You just might lose a lot of time not being able to move the pure essence. So like just take all that into account. It's an awesome investment, but it's also a scary investment because you might be holding a lot of pure essence for a long time, or just wasting a lot of time, wasting a lot of trading that you could have been doing something else like Fire Runes, going for that. So now that I got my stuff here, I'm gonna go hop a bunch of worlds again. and just go buy out all the stores, like the general stores, all the stores within range. Oh, sorry. Now, this is a longer one. I probably should have been a little bit more efficient with this, but I hope that this is useful information, a little fun, or at least entertaining in a way, you know what I mean? Like, interesting to see progress like this and stuff, maybe. Now, what I should have done, instead of hopping worlds first, was run down an account bus to the general store and then do that, instead of whatever. So yeah, I'll be right back once I... When I get to the stores done. Here at the general store, and a couple of the stores, they got some logs in them. So it looks like they sell for over 100 each. So I'm gonna, on these two accounts, grab those quick, and then I'll sell those. Those will sell quick too. And then I'll go back and then purchase the rest of those. For the, or wow, there's just randomly logs in all these worlds. It's pretty good. Yeah, so we got those, and I'm just gonna buy like the hammer, chisel, tinderbox, stuff like that, just so I have stuff to sell. It's just like low GP. High investment, or low GP, high return. So it's like look at these hammers. You got like 1 GP investment here. Oops, sorry. Get 105 for the hammer. Maybe I'll get like 50 for it. This seems like it'll be pretty good. And then after I like make these sales, I'll just like haul it, and then we'll check back in on the fire runes tomorrow and see if I can get the pure essence and get those sold tomorrow. Yeah. Jugs, not so good. Bowls, okay, I guess. Cake tin, I'm not sure. The pots are not that good to buy. You want to get like hand tools and stuff. People, they seem to pay, but those sell pretty well. Jeez. Whoever like scoring these logs is a really good one too. And then, yeah, shears I think do okay as well. This isn't great, like GP per hour, obviously. I just want stuff in the GE for tomorrow, if that makes sense. Okay, so he's bought out everything he can buy, so this guy's good to go. Yep, hammer. I'll just wait for the inventory to come back. I'll work on the other accounts while we wait for oak logs too. I think profit. It's 6 each, but what do they sell for? Are they like 60? 101. Okay. I mean, it's a decent ROI as well. Oh, never mind. I'm out of money. So I'll get chisels. And a tinderbox. And then you're ready to go, buddy. Nothing really here in him. This guy's got to go back to the store. This is kind of dead content. Like right now, I feel like I wouldn't be too upset if you guys skipped this part or clicked off the video now. The last little bit I'll be doing will be... Oh, what the hell? The 3 coins now. Whoopsies. I just emptied my whole bank. You got... That'll work. 1 inventory. Let's get the K10s. Let's get the bowls too. Just gotta move this video along. This is kind of like, if I'm wasting your time, I'm probably wasting my own time, like selling wise. So yeah, you got the little GP squeezing. Personally, I should probably just go have an account do like some beers. I've gone over this a little bit too. Just not being on the same world is driving me nuts. So I think I'm going to go back to the same world. I'll be right back real quick. All right, so we're back. I got all my random assortment of junk. And I just kind of wanted to show you this kind of too because I skipped over the 1 to 3,000 GP. I just had the junk on me. But essentially, to get your first 10K, I would personally just go take that 25 GP that you start with from Tutorial Island. And look down here. This bottom middle account. It's got beer. You go to the any bartender and you can buy beers. So Blue Moon Inn from Varrock would probably be the best place to go. So if we get look at the world map here, I'll go to my example account. We got the world map. You start in Lumbridge. Down here. You come on up. Run to Varrock. Avoid the Dark Wizards, obviously. So this is for brand new players. Sorry if this doesn't mean anything to you. I'm kind of just making this for people who, whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So you come down to the Blue Moon Inn right here, which is this pub. Did I zoom in anymore? Anyway, whatever. There's a bartender right here where this icon is, and then you can talk to him. Company you're finding a sale, 2 GP. So 2 GP investment, anywhere from 50 to 150 GP at the Grand Exchange. So that's what I would do for my first 3,000. I wouldn't even bother going for the 10K of the Stronghold of Security because if you're a new player watching this, you probably wouldn't be able to tank through the Stronghold of Security to get that 10K in the first place. So it's a lot more simpler just to go this route. Anyway, yeah. So that being said, let's just look at my junk here real quick. We'll see what I could sell. So I got hammers. They go for about 100 each, but I'm just going to move them down, see if they move quickly. Okay, my hammer sold right away. Got 1,000 gold. these go for 70, but I'm going to try to move them for 50. They sold right away. Boom. Got my tinder boxes. Gonna try to move them for 50. For 34. Boom. Got them. So there we go. You can even do that. You can even just get some junk. Just get some junk from the general store. Come out and just walk it up to the GE. So now we got 2K. This guy is going to chuck his in there. I might just go pick a third item to buy overnight because I didn't think I was going to get these sales off right away. Because sometimes when I've bought tools before, trying stuff out like this before, I didn't really get the sales that fast. But we're getting the sales. They're moving a lot faster this time around. So let's think about a third item to go for. I'm thinking air runes just right off the top of my head just because that's the second most common Ellie rune to go for. But it's just a little bit more... I'm a little bit more afraid to move that one because it's just harder to sell back to the GE. Because like I was saying, with all bulks, you once you start hitting 100k runes at a time or something like that, 100k or 500k or 1 mil runes at a time, then people will usually pick them up off you. But usually the lower you got to, the more of a deal they're going to be looking for. Because bulkers, what they'll do is they'll pick up a bunch of little trades from players, right? And then they will take those and then sell them to collectors or other customers like that at a premium. They'll just have such massive amount of stocks from scale or whatever that it'll be their target customers will be making a lot more money. So actually, just thinking about it, I'm going to actually test a third slot on fire because I'm pretty sure per slot gives you more of a chance to collect a sale. And we'll just, maybe it's stupid, maybe it's not. I got to do something. I got to make a decision because this video is about to be over. So we'll just end there. And then we'll have a kind of a total net worth here. Like I said, this is kind of I'm just kind of firing from the hip here about this series or whatever. And hopefully newer players can get some tips here. Whoops, sorry. Because there's a lot of good content out there, but they make a lot of assumptions about players and stuff. I remember when I first started playing, getting 2,000 gold was impossible. I know that was back in the infancy of RuneScape 2 decades ago, and it was extremely impossible for anybody really to make money. It was most of the player base was just kind of chilling. It was social. And that's why I loved RuneScape from back in the day, is because it was more of a social game than it was an optimized economy game. Everything was it was more like the Wild West. Everybody was trying to figure stuff out. It was really fun, really cool. But there's still those players out here. You know what I mean? These are the guides I think are missing for people who just start RuneScape, don't get it right away, and then they just give up. I feel like those players exist, and if I can save one of those players from not playing RuneScape, then I feel like my objective has been done. So that's kind of where I'm at here, and I'm running out of things to ramble about, and I still got a lot of inventories to get through. Yeah. I think we'll just do air roots. I think we're just going to do air roots. We'll play it safe. I should be able to pick up air roots. All these tools are moving. I didn't think that was going to happen. Oops. I thought there'd be a little gap. I don't think I did. Maybe I just didn't get enough to really budge the demand for the market right now. This guy's probably got. Oh, did I make those? Did I comment on this yet? So, like checking those GEs or checking the general store every once in a while is nice too, because sometimes people just sell stuff like logs, and then you make a free 3K. I think I spent like 3 each on those logs from the general store. I just got 3K for free. You know what I mean? Just like, if there's an item there, check it on the GE. Check it on the GE. Sometimes you get lucky. Like right here. I got a bunch of beer, and I got a bunch of logs. This guy's going to be rolling pretty sweet. Or maybe since I'm daily trading, actually, I could swing trade oak logs. I've done very well doing that before. Because when you swing trade, I feel like you got to look a lot more. Or swing trading / day trading, you kind of got to do that. You got to be more on top of your trades, which is the type of trading I'm into. I'm in that phase right now. I'm not in a high volume, which I am kind of just doing that because overnight, it's a safe trade. I know I'm probably gonna get my money back. That's why I'm doing it. Let's just make sure this guy doesn't have any logs to make, which I do. So this guy's rolling heavy too. Hell yeah. What do they got left? We got like 800, so like 800 GP plus whatever. Okay, so we're gonna do. Let's do a margin check for oak log. So it's gonna be kind of annoying with the tax with 1 GP. We'll do a margin check, and then I'm gonna check oak logs in the live chart. So we got 90 and 96. That's what we're looking at, a 6 GP margin, and then let's bring up the live chart. So we're looking at a low of 99 with some dips. We got big dips here. Let's see the volume around that time. So that's at 425. Low price volume, 2256. So somebody needed to move a lot of those right now. And they needed to sell them, insta-sell them. And they did go for 95 each. Okay. Or wait, why is that showing like that? Shouldn't that be... Okay. That works. Let's check week. This is what you'd want to do for swing trading. Whoa, parabolic. That's crazy. See, that's a supply shock right there. That's happening. Was happening right here. That's like very high risk, obviously, because if you're like moving into trade, you're like, oh my god, 707, 293, I'm gonna make a killing. So then you like put your offers in and you get them for like, you beat the margin by 294, and you're gonna get priority to buy, but everybody's gonna see this price movement, and they're gonna dump everything they got into the market. Anybody trading oak logs. So as you can see, it corrected itself very quickly, and anybody who was joining the day trade in this cycle right here, and this day or this hour, this is a couple hours. Yeah, 2 hours. That's those are positions to get wrecked on. So let's see here. That doesn't change anything. So maybe we can put them in. It looks like I can get them for. Is this even worth it? I mean, it's a fun trade, but it's not even going to give me that much of a return. Let's just see air runes. I just want to see the daily volume. So it's about half. Looks like we're seeing a lot of 5s, but a lot of high price volume. Okay, I think I'll be safe going for air runes. So we're just going to end there on air runes. Yeah, it was R space. I remember now. So we ended the day at, we're going to say 4,000 each account just to make it simple. We ended the day at 4,000, and now, so 4,000 times 9, so 36,000 net worth. Let's say day 1, June 11th, 36K net worth, and then 36K to, what do we got here? 35, 40. We'll just gonna, oopsies. 35, oopsies. I probably could have done this off camera too, but you guys are here for it, right? 39, 37.3, 35. What was my last one? 35.2, 36, 38, 38.9, 39.4. So we are at, we'll just say 338.8K. And once I realize these trades, I want to do a thing too. This is going to be a thing. I'm going to like, on all profit, I believe in giving, and it's like tithing. That's just like the easy way to do it. 10% is easy. 10% of all my realized gains, I'm just going to give to some random person. As I carry it up, I'm just going to give it away. So I'm going to find some random noob every video. I'll just give them 10% of everything I make if I continue this series. So this is episode 1. And thanks for watching, and I'll hit you up. I'll do this for maybe a couple weeks, maybe layer some multi-content, like maybe make this once a week checkup or something like that, depending on how well it does. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope it was some value. Hope it was fun, entertaining enough. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day. And subscribe. I haven't been saying to subscribe, but please subscribe. Thank you very much.